Hello everyone, welcome to FarreeMakes. Today we're making baked chicken wings. So first we're going to wash our chicken. I have some vinegar and baking soda, and this is going to help our chicken skin get crispy and really take onto the spices that we're going to add to it today. So I'm just going to add the baking soda, a little bit of the vinegar, and just really mix it all in. Coat all the chicken, and this is just going to be a wash, so it's gonna look really weird, but trust the process. So you're just gonna mix that all in, make sure everything's coated, submerged, and once we have it sitting in there for a little while, then we're gonna go and rinse it off. So our chicken is washed, and now it's going to be time to dry them. So we're just going to take a paper towel and just pat this as dry as you can. Try to get underneath, sometimes the water pools up in the bowl. So I like to sit the chicken on top of a paper towel and then pat it on top and just really try to get all that moisture off. Now I'm just going to look over the chicken. I'm also doing a count just to make sure I have enough pieces. So all the chicken looks good. I have enough pieces, and now it's going to be time to prep it. So I don't really like the fin, so I'm just cutting that piece off and then separating the flat from the drumette, just like that. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of this bowl. Just have a really sharp knife with you, and you can slice very easily between the drumette and the flat. And we're just gonna knock this out real quick. Okay, so we're on our last piece here, and we got a good amount of wings here. So we're just gonna move this chopping board and fins away, and it's time for seasoning. So I have my spice mix and my cornstarch. So the cornstarch is also going to help get the skin really crispy, and I have some additional spices. So the spice mix is onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and paprika. And then I also wanted to add some lemon pepper and some chipotle southwest seasoning. So I'm just going to mix that all in. And this is like the first layer of flavor that we're introducing to the chicken. So I really want to massage this in to each piece to make sure that it's getting worked in nicely. Next, I'm going to add some olive oil just to help coat the chicken wings. This will also assist in getting a crispy exterior and that the spices stick better to the skin. So once that's done, we're just going to try and lay the chicken in a bowl, try to make it a single layer as much as you can, and you're going to let that marinate for as long as possible. So our chicken is marinated. I've added another top layer of lemon pepper on there, so it has another layer of flavor. I'm just gonna spray a cooling rack that's on top of a foil lined baking sheet with some spray. And I just wanted to add a little more lemon pepper, and I like to add some heat, so I put some cayenne pepper on top. Not too much because these are going to be sauced wings, so I don't want to overload it with too many flavors. So this is just a good base layer of flavor for these wings. So just mix in the last level of spices that we put in. And it's time to lay it on this rack. So we're going to try and get them skin side up and lay them on the sheet. You can have them close together, but try to keep them, fairly distanced from each other so that way the heat can go around the whole chicken and really crisp everything up. This is also a good time to point out that you should have your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm just laying out all the chicken. My goal is usually to try to get them to fit all in one, so I don't have to do batches. And from the looks of it, everything is going to fit on this one tray. Okay, in the oven these go. You're gonna bake that for 30 minutes. So this is just a sauce that I had left over from another night, and the recipe I just posted real quickly there. We're gonna add some butter and put that in a microwave. So these are our wings. That's been 30 minutes at 400, and now it's time to sauce them. So we're just gonna put them in a bowl, and as you can see, the skin is really golden brown. It's crispy. If you could hear it, they're like crackling and sizzling. So that's a really good sign that the wings are really taking to the baking soda wash that we did, and also the cornstarch that we added with the spices. This is also a good time to check to make sure that your wings are cooked. So 30 minutes at 400, and the size of these wings, they should all be cooked through, which they are. So at this point, we're just going to sauce to have a little extra color and just make sure that that sauce really marries well with the chicken. So everything is done. We'll remove that rack, take off that piece of foil, and we're just going to replace that with a new piece of foil before we lay down these wings. So here's the sauce that has the melted butter. And we're just going to pour some in, not all, just enough so that I can coat the amount of wings that we have in the bowl and give that a good stir. And once you have a nice even coating on all the wings, we're going to take them and lay them back onto the tray and try to keep it skin side up. So these can be close together because at this point we're just baking to get a nice little crust and seal on the outside of the wings. Alright, so this at the bottom here, don't throw that out. Use that to kind of just top off any of the wings that may look a little sparse with the coating. And then we're also just going to take the rest of that sauce that we have and put it all on everything else. We're going to like bless each piece of chicken with a little more sauce. And because of the brown sugar that was in the sauce, it's going to caramelize very nicely and really give it that nice golden brown crispiness when it hits the heat. So once you have each piece of chicken touched up with some sauce, we're then going to put this back into the oven, I'd say for about 10 minutes at 400 degrees. So once 10 minutes have passed, this is what you have. And then you just put this on the platter and you're ready to serve.